Celtic. 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 Okay, this one says reckless. Reckless. Careless, daring, foolhardy, heedless, impetuous, imprudent, precipitate, rash, wild. Reckless. Reckless. Okay. Reckless. Okay, here we go. This one says, what does it say? Oh, it says Western Sahara. Um, it says it's called the Spanish Sahara. Spanish Sahara. So that's actually that's interesting. So it's called the Spanish Sahara, and it is an area of 102,680 square miles on the northwest African coast with important fisheries. So Celtic people are of Spanish, or what is generally called Iberian. So that includes Portuguese and of course North African. So yeah. So what's it called? Yeah, so it's like interesting that what would be on the other side of Iberia, or I should not Iberia, but actually like the water between Iberia and Ireland would be the like all the way on the opposite side of that was called the Western Sahara or the Spanish Sahara. Okay. This word is Henry the Navigator. Okay, this is ancient, guys. The time is 222. So I'm talking about how people were entering modern day Celtics. So the word Celtic actually is from the Roman Celt Iberian, because before there were Celt Iberians in Ireland, like before Roman times, or I mean even before like Roman times, but like people just continuously kept arriving at Ireland from like north like the south the West Sahara, the Spanish Sahara, but going up to the Iberian Peninsula, like basically like sailing. People would sail from the Iberian Peninsula, that's modern day Portugal and Spain, and they would go to Ireland. And also, there was also the Nordic invasion. So, Scotland, for example, probably has a lot higher concentration of, in Wales, but really Scotland has a really high concentration of that, I should say preservation of that like Nordic invasion ancestry. But this is saying Henry the Navigator, in Portuguese, Enrique of 1394 to 1460, Prince of Portugal, son of John I. His interest in navigation and his patronage of geographers and sailors resulted in the Portuguese exploration of the west coast of Africa as far south as the Gambia River and the establishment of slave trading posts. So yeah, so that is Henry the Navigator. That's page 452. Okay, this one says okay. It says so it's the word room. It's the word room, but it says a room full of people. The room was hushed. One of the chambers where coal is mined. Um, yeah. It says to make room for, to move so as to leave space for. Yeah, Ireland is kind of there's not that much room in Ireland. You know what I'm saying? You gotta leave some room there for the new people who are gonna be arriving, you know? Um, yeah, it says to lodge in someone's house or with someone else, sharing accommodations. Yeah, okay. Okay. this one's a George Washington. It says in 1789, 1789, unanimously elected President of the United States. Okay, the first president. This one says Nisa, in Polish, Nisa, a tributary of 140 miles long of the Oder, rising in northern Czechoslovakia. It forms the lower Polish East German border, o.d.w.s line. Yeah. Above that, okay, and then it says neocolonialism, like next to it. It says neocolonialism, economic domination and consequent political power over undeveloped nations by former colonial powers. Neocolonial. Noun adjective, neocolonialism. Oh, sorry, neocolonialist. Noun adjective of neo-imperialism. I'm going to keep going across that like line. It says one which is beyond all knowledge and all being. These doctrines as adopted by medieval mystics and by humanists of the Italian Renaissance. Neoplatonist. Neoplatonist. And then across the way there, boop, 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 it says neph analysis. Neph analysis. Meteor in meteorology, study of cloud formations as photographed by satellites. I'm staying on the same line. Then this one says Neruda, Pablo, Ricardo, Eliezer, Neftali, Reyes, y Basoalto, Neruda. These names are really long. So back in the day, people would, Iberian people, like including Celtiberians, but like really more like late after Celtiberian and like more modern Spanish, people would remember their entire family genealogy, by just literally having like seven names, one from like they have like all four of their grandma's names, like just like included as like middle names. And so that was the way that they actually learned handwriting, is by writing out. That was like the number one most important thing that Iberian person had to learn how to write, was to remember how to write all of their family names, including their grandmas and their grandpas. So this one is yeah, so this guy, he has one, two, three, four, five, six. He has seven names. He has six. He has one first name and six other names. Okay, he's a Chilean poet. His best-known collections of poems include Residencia en la Tierra of 1933 and 1939 and Canto General of 1950. He received the Lenin Prize for Peace of 1953 and the Nobel Prize for Literature of 1971. Oh, and then we get to Loch Ness. So I went across the line there because actually Nessie reminded me of the word Loch Ness. I swear, the reason why I went across here is because Nessie reminded me of Loch Ness. And then as I followed the exact same line, it went straight to Loch Ness. Okay, a lake 23 miles long in Inverness, Scotland, forming part of the Caledonian Canal, exceptionally deep to 754 feet. It is alleged to contain a monster. Roar, roar. Do you like the color of my eyes? Do you like the color of my eyes? Sometimes they look violet. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes my eyes look violet. See what I'm saying right here? It's interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'll show you. This is Loch Ness. Like all the way on this side. But then if you follow it all the way to the other side, I just followed that one line. It actually was from this word. Nisa. Nisa. Which is I think it's is it? It's Polish. Polish. Right here. So you can see it. Under. Yeah, I didn't know Nessie was on the other side there. Okay, let's keep going. Because, oh, well, actually, I'll go to approximately 11:11. I'll do 11:11. Yeah. do like try to get it nearer to 11:11. Okay. So this one is going to the word from Latin fulminare, fulminatus, to strike with lightning, to strike with lightning. Okay. I wonder what's on the other side here. It says to fuse, but I also wonder actually if like what's on the same side here. It says funny bone. Okay. And then underneath that is funny man. Ha ha ha. Okay. Did you guys follow the logic of that humor? Okay, here's a little before we get to 11:11. I'm gonna read it one more time and you tell me what the joke is, okay? So it says to strike with lightning, fulminatus, to strike with lightning. So then I went across here and it says fuse. But then I was like, well, rather than seeing what is the mirrored, what's actually on the same side of the column? And then it says funny bone.